This will be the tutorial for lesson number 13 called Looking Ahead with Minecraft. Go ahead and begin by clicking on number 1. Please watch this video when you get a chance. I'm going to go ahead and close it, but when it is your turn, please watch it. First thing you're going to do is either choose Steve or Alex. It doesn't really matter which one you do. I'm going to go ahead and pick Steve because he's the most popular one for Minecraft. And I'm going to close this, and the directions say add a second move forward block to reach the sheep. Click OK. So as the program stands right now, Steve is right here. Here's the sheep. There's already one move forward, but if I just run it right now, he does in fact take a step forward. But we were asked to add a second move forward, so let's go ahead and do that. And that is exactly what they asked for. Success. Go ahead and click continue. That was puzzle number 1. Here is puzzle 2. The directions say wood is a very important resource. Many things are made from it. Walk to the tree and use the destroy block command to chop it down. So here's my character where I'm going to make him take 2 steps forward. That'll put him up against the tree. And then I'm going to use the destroy block, and this will provide the action for him chopping the tree. Go ahead and run it. There it is. Click continue when you're ready. That is puzzle 2. Here is puzzle number 3. The directions say sheep shearing time. Use the shear command to gather wool from both sheep. So first I'm going to make him take 2 steps so that he's standing in front of the first sheep. And then I'm going to tell him to shear that sheep. And then I'm going to tell him to take a turn to the right. Take another step so he'll be standing in front of the second sheep and ask him to shear that one. Go ahead and run the program. Shears it, turns, takes a step, shears that one. Well done. Click continue when you're ready. Here is puzzle number 4. You can see that there's a program already there. The directions say we need to build a house from before the sun goes down. And those of you that play Minecraft know exactly why. Houses require a lot of wood. Cut down all 3 of the trees. Now there's a program there, and you should always go ahead and just run it just to see what it does. And it looks like he goes up to the first one and chops it down. And then he takes a step forward before he goes there. I'm going to say that he needs to take 1-2 more steps to get to the next house. To the next tree, and chop that one down with a destroy block. And then he'll have to take a turn left. And some of you are already seeing a pattern here. I'm going to do it this way. And if you feel like you know how you would use a repeat block for this, then you are more than welcome to do so. Otherwise, you can just do it the way that I'm doing it. I've used the maximum 15 blocks allowed. And I'm going to go ahead and run the program. There's the first one that the computer had already done, second one that I added, and the third one here. Again, if you feel like you could have done that with a repeat loop, then go ahead and attempt to do so. Here is number 5, and we begin with a video. Please watch this video when it is your turn, and go ahead and move along to the next one. Now the directions here say every house starts with a wall. Build the first part of your house by putting the place and move forward commands inside the repeat loop. So they've already provided the repeat loop, and they're telling you to use a place block and a move forward inside, and make sure that you do them in that order. And go ahead and run it. Building a wall there with 4 blocks. Very good. Sufficient for this one. Click continue when you're ready. That was 5. Here's puzzle number 6. It says, let's build a house. Choose the floor plan for your house. Now, I'm going to go ahead and do the easy one, but when it is your turn, you are more than welcome to choose the medium or the hard floor plan. I'm just going to do the simple one for now. And you'll notice that there's a program already there, and if I run it, one wall has already been built. A second wall has been built at that point because we used a repeat block. Well, I'm going to go ahead and take the easy route again, and I'm going to ask him to do all of these things 2 times, just to see how far it goes. 2 times. And put everything back inside. Let's see what that does. Again, one of the walls was already there. I just built one wall, and here's another. And notice how that almost completed the circuit. So instead of doing 2, I'll choose 3. So we're using a nested loop for this one, and that should be sufficient for a very, very simple floor plan. When you are ready, go ahead and click continue. That was puzzle number 6. Here's puzzle number 7. This will be the last one for this tutorial. The directions say it's good to plan ahead. Plant crops on both sides of the water so you don't get hungry out later on. So you see my character standing right here. He's already standing on the tract of land at the very first square that he's already on. So I'm just going to go ahead and have him plant right there and then take a step forward. Let's see what that looks like. So he planted something and took a step forward. Now I would need him to do that once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, and 6 times. So I'm going to go ahead and put all of that in a repeat loop with the number 6. Notice how it already has the number 6 on there, and run it again. This should be sufficient for the first row of crops. And here, I'm just going to go ahead and make him walk over to this side and turn so he's facing the correct direction. I'm going to make him turn to the right, take 2 steps, and turn to the right again. After all of these, he should be standing right here facing south. Let's see if I did it correctly. Very good. And now he's ready to do the next thing. So I'm going to go ahead and provide a repeat loop, but this time, instead of telling him to plant crop first, the way that I did up here, notice that he's not standing on a piece of soil right now. So in this case, I would ask him to take a step forward first and then plant the crop. Now I may need to change one more thing before I'm done, but so far, let's see how this results. Good so far. Oh, it looks like that was sufficient. Very good. And again, this is the end of this tutorial, so you are now welcome to close code.